Welcome to the 27th video in the series, Foundations of Communist Organizing. Today we'll be going over the 1922 piece by the Third Communist International's Fourth Congress, Theses presented by the Communist Party of Italy, which I've subtitled, Membership in Communist International Demands Genuine Commitment. This text, in terms of advising the formation of a worker party, expresses the first seeds of what will later be called organic centralism. It specifies more about what parties should be considered communist and allowed entrance into the international, and importantly talks about what is necessary when workers lack organization. While the prerequisites for communist revolution are objective, in that they are part of the social conditions of capital, they are also subjective in terms of the working class successfully taking action in these objective conditions. These subjective conditions are what the party must focus on, as it cannot truly change the objective ones. For the party, this means having a correct program with a defined organization that directs the workers with partial interests to recognize and take action for the general interests of the proletariat, which requires the party having influence over the workers' or economic organizations and bring them under its direction. Because of these objective and subjective conditions being verifiable, the International should not merely accept parties based on their declared adherence to required principles, but also verify the process by which they reach their methods for these principles, and that the organizations truly understand it. This can involve a system of organic centralism, which guarantees all members agree with and understand the program, which in turn requires that the program be accepted, universally applicable, precise, have continuity, and allow for unity. Because solid organizations need solid rules which assure individual impartial application, these rules must be unitary and have continuity. In line with the needs for subjective conditions, the task of the Communist Party at all times is to create more communists. The mood of the masses is influenced by the objective conditions, which we lack control over, but we can apply different tactics in response to. These objective conditions create the basis for influence of the party on the masses and their organizations. The tactics must at all times transcend proselytization and must be propaganda through Praxis, participating in worker movements and educating the masses of the need for communism, the party, and the basis of the party's principles. Experience will aid in increasing the ability to carry this out. To this end, the party must drive the masses to undertake struggle for their immediate demands that are impossible for the bourgeois governments to acquiesce for, while pushing for the general struggle during these on the grounds of their impossibility within capitalism. This causes the proletariat to understand that the bourgeois governments cannot achieve their demands, which the party then agitates the overthrow of them on the grounds that it cannot provide for the masses' interests. To do this, the party does Entryism into trade unions, cooperatives, and all other worker organizations, developing organizational networks in all forms of party activity, such as armed struggle and military action, education and culture, youth and women's work, penetration into the army, and so on. While doing so, it pushes against splits and tries to maximize the extension of the base. Under objective conditions which cause the workers to leave their organizations for one reason or another, the party will change tactics so it can reach the proletariat without their organizations, take the center of the struggle, and combat reactional capitalist centralization, which imposes itself on a scattered working class with left opportunist leadership. The centralization of the party must pursue is the synthesis of spontaneous forces of the vanguard of various countries, along with the centralization of organizational apparatuses that stop disciplinary crises. Under these conditions, unity of methods of struggle and clarity of program and tactics are needed. And that is my summary of the theses presented by the Communist Party of Italy and the Third Communist International's Fourth Congress. As usual, if you'd like to see the quotations I derived the summary from, then please feel free to go into the Google Doc provided in the description below, and you'll also find a link to the United Marxist Pact Discord server. Please feel free to join in and take a look, and we would love to have you and talk about communist stuff. So, Tomorrow, we will be going over the 1922 piece by the Third Communist International's Fourth Congress. This one by Bordiga, Communist Party of Italy Report on Fascism. So look forward to that. Thank you for coming for today's reading session, and I hope to see you tomorrow.